Imagine you wake up one morning, open your window, and there's a robot dog with an assault rifle on your street. Behind it, a squad of metal wolves moving in a pack, and above them, a swarm of drones that don't need pilots, or sleep, or mercy. That's not a Black Mirror trailer. That is literally how China has started marketing its next generation of intelligent combat systems to the world. Welcome to The Grid. I'm Jet Royce, and today we're diving into China's Slaughterbots, combat robots, and the dream of a fully AI-controlled robot army. This is not someday in 2050 sci-fi. The building blocks are being tested right now. Back in 2017, an advocacy group released a short film called Slaughterbots, palm-sized drones using facial recognition to assassinate specific people, politicians, activists, students, all without a human pulling the trigger. That video was shown at the United Nations as a warning. If we go down this path, this is where we end up. Fast forward to the mid-2000s, and one country has basically said, challenge accepted. China's leadership has adopted a concept called intelligentization, using AI not just in weapons, but in the entire way wars are fought. Xi Jinping has explicitly ordered the PLA to speed up the development of unmanned intelligent combat capabilities and build new quality combat forces. So the question isn't, will Slaughterbots exist? The question is, how close is China to fielding them at scale? Let's start with the ones already going viral, robot dogs with guns. In 2024, during China-Cambodia Golden Dragon exercises, the PLA proudly rolled out a quadruped robot with an automatic rifle strapped to its back. State TV called it a new member of urban combat operations, doing reconnaissance, identifying enemies, and leading infantry into buildings. So yes, somewhere in a PLA PowerPoint, there is a bullet point that reads, benefits. Doggo clears room so humans don't die. By 2025, Chinese media started showing off heavier quadrupeds nicknamed robo-wolves, bigger, smarter QUGVs that can carry rifles, operate in rough terrain, and work in packs. Some act as scouts, some as shooters, some as ammo carriers, like a mechanized wolf pack doing coordinated roles. Other drills near the Russian border showed four-legged robots with assault rifles advancing alongside infantry, providing covering fire and relaying targeting data from drones overhead. This isn't Boston Dynamics doing a cute dance. This is, what if your Roomba hated you and had a Kalashnikov? These systems are still remotely controlled most of the time. Humans are in the loop, but autonomy is increasing. Obstacle avoidance, basic navigation, target tracking. The line between remote weapon and semi-autonomous hunter is getting thinner every year. Now, ground level is one thing. Let's talk humanoids. Chinese military exhibitions have showcased a combat robot that literally mirrors a soldier's moves in real time. A human wears a motion capture suit. The robot copies punches, blocks, and other combat gestures almost instantly. Think real steel, except instead of boxing for prize money, you're breaching doors. And the entryman never gets tired, never panics, and can be upgraded with a firmware update. The PLA has also shown a voice-controlled bomb disposal robot and a mine-clearing vehicle using AI visual recognition to identify buried explosives as it moves through a field. Again, the pattern. AI doing perception, navigation, and fine motor tasks. Humans giving higher-level commands. Now, connect this with China's booming commercial robot sector. Companies mass-producing humanoids and quadrupeds for logistics and industry. Analysts worry that once you can mass-produce civilian robots, weaponizing a fraction of that production is just a policy decision, not a tech problem. The sky is where it gets really scary. Swarms and wingmen Slaughterbots in the original video were tiny flying drones. China has taken that idea and scaled it up to battlefield swarms. Chinese researchers and PLA think tanks openly write about drone swarms for a Taiwan scenario. Hundreds or thousands of cheap drones saturating defenses, scouting, jamming, and kamikaze striking ships and air defenses. A recent CNA analysis notes that the PLA is experimenting with swarms across air, land, and sea, specifically modeling how to use them in an invasion and how to counter enemy swarms. This isn't theory. China has already run high-profile tests of fully autonomous drone swarms and even held competitions to push autonomy in swarm behavior. On the high-end side, you've got loyal wingman drones. China is developing stealthy, uncrewed combat aircraft to fly alongside J-20 stealth fighters. The two-seat J-20S variant likely has a second crew member whose main job is controlling a pack of drones in combat, sending them ahead to draw fire, jam radars, or launch standoff weapons. Naval imagery shows low observable combat drones being readied for trials on China's new amphibious assault ship, the Type 076, essentially turning big deck ships into drone carriers for loyal wingmen and other UAVs. So from the PLA's perspective, manned platforms increasingly become command nodes, and the swarms and wingmen are the expendable Slaughterbots doing the dirty work up front. Now, a bunch of robots and drones is one thing. A robot army needs a brain. Chinese strategy documents talk about using AI to manage the full kill chain, sensing, deciding, and striking faster than any human staff can. Think of AI systems fusing satellite feeds, radar, drone video, cyber intel, then recommending or even auto-assigning targets in real time. Western companies like Palantir openly market battlefield AI that prioritizes targets and routes strikes. Chinese research mirrors those concepts. AI-assisted targeting, AI-driven route planning for drone swarms, and machine speed decision support for commanders. In PLA doctrine, intelligentization isn't just slapping AI onto a weapon. It's creating a cognitive domain of warfare, where the side with the better algorithms and data pipeline wins before the other side can even react. That's the part that turns a lot of robots into something that feels like a coherent AI-directed force. So, does China already have a fully AI-controlled robot army? Short answer, no, not yet. Longer answer, they're assembling the Lego pieces as fast as they can. Most of what we've talked about, robo-dogs, robo-wolves, motion-mirroring humanoids, drone swarms, loyal wingmen, is currently in the experimentation and limited deployment phase. Human operators are still heavily involved in decisions to fire weapons. But look at the direction of travel. More autonomy in movement and targeting. Dog robots and robo-wolves navigating and engaging targets semi-independently. More AI in perception. Vision systems spotting mines, recognizing enemies, tracking targets. More AI in decision support. Battlefield software recommending optimal strikes faster than human staff. More swarming and teaming concepts. UAV swarms, loyal wingmen, networked uncrewed systems. At some point, the practical difference between AI suggests the target, human clicks OK, and AI fires when conditions are met becomes philosophical. And here's where it gets really interesting. China's official diplomatic line is, "We support a ban on fully autonomous lethal weapons, but only on their use, not their development." So they go to UN meetings, talk about the dangers of killer robots, and on the same day, the PLA advertises autonomous swarm challenges and AI-enabled combat concepts. That's called strategic ambiguity. Keep your options open, look responsible, but don't lock yourself out of the tech race. Why the world is nervous. It's not just YouTube doomers worrying about this. Nature recently highlighted experts warning that as autonomy increases, Unreliable machines deciding whom to kill could trigger accidents and arms races that are very hard to control. The UN Security Council has already debated AI in conflict and heard calls for a global framework, so we don't end up with fragmented, do-whatever-you-want rules. In the US, Congress has specifically demanded an assessment of the threat of rifle-toting robot dogs used by China, after watching the same CCTV robo-dog clips you've seen on Twitter. Everyone understands the basic logic. If one major power fields true Slaughterbots, others will feel they have to follow. And once machines can launch and escalate faster than humans can think, miscalculation becomes a feature, not a bug. And this isn't just military analysts freaking out. Very recently, Marinank Sharma, the AI safety lead at Anthropic, one of the top frontier AI labs, quit his job with a blunt warning. He says, "The world is in peril, not just from AI or bioweapons, but from a whole series of interconnected crises unfolding right now." His point is simple. Our power to change the world is scaling faster than our wisdom, and if that gap doesn't close, we're going to learn the hard way what unintended consequences really means. Now, plug that fear straight into an AI-driven robot army, and you see the problem. Even people building these systems are saying, guys, slow down, think. So, what does China's future robot battlefield look like? Put all this together and you get a plausible PLA vision for, say, a high-end conflict in the 2030s. Robo-dogs and robo-wolves securing urban blocks, clearing buildings, and acting as forward sensors. Humanoid or tracked combat robots mirroring trained soldiers' moves, used for breaching, room clearing, or high-risk demolition tasks. Drone swarms saturating air defenses, hunting ships, or overwhelming ground positions. Loyal wingmen flying ahead of J-20s and carrier aircraft, soaking up missiles and striking targets fed by AI battle management systems. And, above everything, a central AI-driven command layer, crunching data, ranking targets, assigning missions to machines and humans alike. Not a cinematic single Skynet, more like a stack of specialized AIs, each handling perception, navigation, targeting, logistics, all stitched together into something that, from the enemy's point of view, feels like an AI-controlled robot army. The real twist? The original Slaughterbots film was meant to scare the world away from building these systems. Instead, it may have ended up as free concept art for defense planners. China isn't alone here. The US, Russia, Israel, Turkey, and others are all pushing autonomy in weapons. But China's combination of state direction, massive manufacturing base, and an explicit doctrine of intelligentized war makes it the clearest case study of where Slaughterbot warfare is heading. So, next time you see a cute robot dog dancing on social media, remember, somewhere its evil cousin is learning urban combat drills. What do you think? Is an AI-controlled robot army inevitable? Or is there still time to slam the brakes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want a follow-up episode on how to fight Slaughterbots, from anti-drone tech to EMPs to cyber hunting the AI brain, hit that like button so hard the algorithm thinks you're a swarm. You've been watching The Grid. I'm Jet Royce. Stay sharp, stay human, and keep your Wi-Fi password away from the robots.